Feel your belly's expanding. Feel them pulling back towards you. Another sign of your connection with the outer world, pulling and bringing itself inward. And let's take 4 collective, big, slowful breaths together. Big inhale. Exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose. And let it go. 2 more, please. Una vez más. Let your hands come on down, palms down. You can keep your eyes open or closed. It really depends on you, because what we'll be doing will be really simple moves here. Take a hold of the chair leg on one side. Lift your arm up on the other. Lift and lengthen. And let yourself slide on down one leg as you let your body open on the other side. Those of you watching may have a different style of chair, so adjust as needed. Staying here, lengthen your body with an inhale. Find yourself compressing deeper on your exhale. Lifting up nice and strong here, fingers towards the ceiling. Exhale, let your hands slowly drift on down. Your next in-breath carries your other arm up. Feel that lengthening inside body, your connection of your feet evenly placed on your mat. Lengthen up, inhale. Take it on over, exhale. Really lengthening and allowing yourself here, this beautiful opening of our side body. Nice, big inhale to lengthen. Exhale for depth. And bring yourself up, slowly rising. Using that support of the leg of your chair. And exhale, let that arm flow down. Both arms lift to your level. Whatever that might be, it might be this nice open V position instead of way fingers up. And let your spine curve and your heart come forward. Just don't fall off the chair, okay? That would not be gentle yoga. And then from here, take your navel inward. Curl your shoulders forward. Take your hands on your knees or shins and let your shoulders go away from your ears and your chin, really relaxing into the back of your neck. Inhale, rising up into that nice expressive openness. Your heart opens. Let yourself pull those shoulders in the opposite direction now, back, fingers extending outward. And then slowly curving in on yourself with an exhale. Follow your breath here and take it slow, especially if you're lowering your head lower than your heart. Keep those inhales and exhales really long, expressive. And even as they can be. And if you ever have one that's going to be longer than the other, make it be your exhale. So often that exhale gets rushed when we're rushing through our lives. And that will increase our blood pressure, increase our heart rate. But that slower, really relieving exhale will we'll do just the opposite. It has this nice calming effect. Let's do 2 sets here. Warming up our spine as we open it and take it into the opposite direction. Lifting yourself up, arms come back into that openness that you had. One more expressing a heart towards one another. And then as you stay here, let your heart stay there. Let your hands come down, interlace behind you at the base of your spine, squeezing there, or place hands on your hips, either place that you still feel like you can maybe reach that heart forward a little bit more into this nice camel pose or this really beautiful opening of the heart. And then take your spine back into center, hands slide onto your thighs so that you are right here in a nice chair pose, in a nice mountain pose. Couple breaths here. And then take your hands back behind you. Let your body come forward. Take your hands to the floor and begin to pick your seat off the seat and find yourself kneeling down right where you've been. So get there however it works for you. The chair is fine where it is right now. We'll move it in a bit unless it's right in your way. But from here, let's go ahead and do cow and cat. Now, for wrist issues, okay, people that have, something they want to protect their wrists with, this blanket's great because you can take your hands, put it at an angle where the fingertips are more pressing down and you're underneath your wrists and palms, you've got that nice soft pad. Okay. So let's take it, so that you can put your fingers down on, yes, so that this will have that padding pressing to the fingertips. Yeah, and that just allows you to have a little bit more protection. Let's go ahead with cat and cow here. We've already started some nice spinal work, but let's let the belly drop, that navel area drop. Notice your tailbone comes up. Take the bridge of your nose and just lift it a bit. Don't have to crank into the back of your neck, okay? And then go ahead and take the tailbone, tilt it down. Plug in your navel to yourself and let your chin come towards your chest. And then express your belly button down, tailbone up, gaze rises on your in-breath, and then keep moving in this slow, steady, rhythmical way with your breath. Let's do 2 more sets. Coming back to a flat spine. You have that blanket, just send it out a little bit. That's going to be for your head if you want it. And then we're going to take ourselves onto our backs. We're going to use this chair, you guys out there and here. Make sure part of it's on your mat so it doesn't slide away. We're gonna put our legs on top of here, okay? On top of the chair. So find yourself working in that direction. So I hold on to the base of the chair as I lift my legs up. You guys find what works for you. Find the distance that you need to get to where you feel like you can put your whole spine on the mat, okay? And get your sacral area adjusted, maybe lifting it up and letting it come down a bit. If you can get your full calf on the chair and extend your legs, that's great. Some of us have really long knee to foot, so you might have your, part of it a little bit off. So find just what is appropriate for you. But mostly right here, let's tuck in that navel again, so you can bring that sacral and lumbar spine completely to the ground. That takes a little bit of core work, okay? And tuck your chin. If you have your head on that blanket, that's nice because it can keep your neck in a good alignment there. We don't want it too high or too low. It's nice to have it coming right out of your vertebral column there. And let's just take a couple breaths here. Even though we have connection with our navel, that doesn't mean we hold our breath. Still, we want to breathe. Right. And then if you have a chair with those legs, you can maybe hold on to, great. If your hands don't reach, not a problem. Go ahead and start to bend your knees and place your soles of your feet together. So you're going to have this nice external rotation of your hips. With the feet together and the legs open, we're in a cobbler's pose, butterfly pose, Baddha Konasana. It's got a lot of names, right? You can kind of see where it has those names. Cobbler's pose, the cobbler's children who never had shoes, right? Because he was busy making shoes for everybody else. The carpenter who doesn't have cabinets because he's making cabinets for everybody else. Anyways, we've got that where you can see it could be a butterfly and just letting those hips open up here. Your hands can be flat or they can hold onto the legs of that chair. Because now we're going to flutter the butterfly, okay? Go ahead and bring the inner thighs, inner legs together, inner side of your feet together. So we kind of bring them in and then we go ahead and let them open with an exhale. Take them together on an in-breath. All the time we're working to try to maintain that lumbar spine connected to the mat. So we're trying to erase that natural curve just for a little while. And that will really help any of you that have lower back pain. A lot of that lower back pain, discomfort, comes from that over hyperextension of that lumbar spine. So here we're really having to connect with our core to bring all the vertebrae into contact with the ground. Okay? So keep doing this, and I hope you're connecting with your breath. Inhale, bringing you inward. Exhale, taking you out. Let's do 2 more. And end with your inner legs, thighs together, holding on to that chair again, maybe sliding your feet so that they're at the edge of your chair, okay, right in front of you. And then if you can or like, take your hands, wrap them around your shins and bring those thighs in closer to your thorax, your torso.
Right, so we're in a yoga hug. Yoga ball, yoga hug, and letting all of our spine stay as connected as possible. So trying not to lift the tailbone too far off the ground when you hug. We're hugging down more than we are bringing those legs in up towards our face, okay? So hug on into both our ascending and descending and transverse colon right here. And then go ahead and release. Let those legs slide back out the leg on the chair. And you're going to feel a rush of blood flow because we just had a little bit of a bind. Holding on to chair or pressing fingers, hands down into the mat. Lift both legs up nice and high here. And let's flex and point our feet. Getting into lengthening the backside of our legs for the first time today. First time in our class today. Hopefully you had long legs or you wouldn't have gotten here unless you were crawling. I don't think anybody did that. Kneeling all the way. And then go ahead, point your toes, let your legs come out into a V. And then flex your feet, pressing through your heels. Bring those legs back in. Point and open, inhale. Flex and draw back together and exhale. Keep going, you guys. And using your arms, if you like, to press downward into the earth or holding on to those chair legs. So if you use the chair still some more. Just a few more here with your breath, getting into our ankle and our Achilles tendon here. And getting into our calf and the muscles that surround our shin. And we can go farther, getting into our knee muscles and our quadricep muscles and the back of our hamstrings. Let's do 2 more. Use the breath. Warming up these legs. And the legs come up high. Let's let one leg come back down onto the chair, however it ends up landing. And bring that other leg, raise the opposite hand up of the leg that's up. Hold on to that leg any place you can find a place. Okay, so we got opposite hand, 2 legs. And let that leg come across your body slowly, working into that outside hip area there. Feeling that, right into the glute and that hip there, especially if you're keeping your foot flexed. You're going to feel it more. Still maintaining shoulders grounded. Yes, that hip is going to come off on one side, but the shoulders will stay grounded. And then let the leg come back up to the center. Switch hands. And let that half leg come out now, maybe a little bit more than it did earlier, or maybe a little less. Just find what feels right for you. And then bring it on back up. And both hands down. Let's just take circles now with that ankle that you have extended up through that long leg. Can you hear me okay, Donna?
Yes, I can.
Okay, good. And let's reverse. How about you, Luann?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so hopefully Zoomers can hear me too. Good. All right, and then go and bend that leg and send it back to the chair as the other one gets some extension here. And take your opposite hand up, taking a hold of any part of that leg. Foot can stay flexed if you'd like to feel more of that into the back side of your leg and your hip as you take the leg across your body. Right? Feeling that, keeping shoulders grounded, but letting the hip come off the ground and rolling onto the other one. Breathe into the sensation that you're feeling. Only go as far as your edge is, right? We all have a boundary. Just like we have this personal space that we've created. You've created your own boundaries of where you allow your body to go so that you know you're protecting it and you're not going to go too far. Right, Luann?
Right.
Right, Kevin?
Yep.
All right, go ahead, bring that leg back. And switch hands and let it open up. And that hand can be supporting your leg on the outside. If you want to add more weight, you can put that hand on the inside to find a little more opening. Right for you. And then that leg comes back up. Hands come down and let's take some circles with that ankle. Yeah, kicking out, those little snaps, those crackles, and reversing. Those are just little pops that tell us that stagnant energy is ready to be released. And go ahead and place that foot on back onto the chair. Grab onto the legs of your chair, you guys. Try to find that. Find your feet at the edge of your chair. I don't know, does everybody's body have long enough arms to do that? Shell?
No, I'd have to grow about another foot. And
Okay, can you bring the chair in closer?
I have had it in closer.
Okay,
Let's just see.
we can do that. Let me help you guys.
And if it doesn't work, that's fine. Are you able to hold on there?
Yeah.
Okay, so then move this in farther.
Yeah, I kept picking up my mat.
Okay,
The edge
now
of
we're
the chair, you mean this,
the edge.
this here?
Yes, closest to you. You're good there. Yep. Everybody's got it. Okay. You all right? So what we're gonna do here is a chair supported bridge pose. Okay? So hold on, you guys, to the legs of the chair. Right? Hold on. You keep your feet either together or a little bit apart. And then press your feet into the edge of the chair, that front edge. And just let your hips come up a little bit. Tuck your chin. We don't want any weight on your neck when you do this.
Doesn't look like a bridge though.
No, we won't be going up that high. It's okay. And then bring yourself down. Exhale. And I'm just gonna look and see where you guys are. Keep going. Inhale up. Hold on tight here. Keep that chair in your hands, okay? Good. And then lower. And you only go up to your height, right? That feels right for you. Okay? Rolling into that, up from that spine. That's good. Let's see if we can keep the chair. Well, you
As
have
far as
long
it goes.
legs. Yeah, you have long legs.
Actually, a short leg.
And I had
So
to
you're
push
fine
my
that
way.
way. Yep. If
This
you
is it,
figured
right?
out a way to do it, yep. That's good. Yeah. And remember, tuck your chins, you guys. We don't want any weight on your neck, okay? If you don't have to go that high, you can. But I'd rather see you go less high and try to have stability with the chair flat. But whatever works, okay? If you're okay like that, Donna,
Sure.
that's fine. Just tuck that chin. I've done this for a long time. Yeah, that's great. Look, you keep getting higher there. Pam, you don't have to. Can you guys? Yeah. And then just find yourself doing 2 more if that feels all right. Then coming on back down with your feet at the front of the chair. Press that chair away from you. Okay? And turn over to your right side in a fetal position. Right, so on your right side, fetal, and push the chair away. I'll push it away from you there, Donna. There you go. And then bring yourself back on your mat so that you're comfortable, okay? And
No, we can take a nap.
have your head protected either with your hands or with a blanket. have the blanket protecting you on your neck so that it's not too crooked, okay? Because we're gonna be here for a little bit. Are you all right there, Pam?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So here on this side, you guys with me over there? All right, we're gonna go ahead and take our top leg and just bring it up. Inhale it up. Keep a flex foot if you want to feel this a little bit more. And then exhale it down. We're gonna keep the knee facing the same direction as we lift up, you guys, okay? So we don't want the knee to come up towards the ceiling. That's one.
Keep it parallel.
Keep it parallel. Thank you. That whole side of your leg, you inhale it up and you exhale it down. And we're gonna inhale that whole leg up, okay? So you're doing one thing, and that is something that we sometimes do, but I want you to do this with the whole leg. Flex into your foot. Exhale, you're gonna feel it more here. What you're doing is something we do sometimes in yoga, but this, go ahead, lift up. And exhale it down, kind of like a side fire hydrant, like a dog. Guys, if you think about that, okay? That's what it is. So I don't know if you're wanting or able to, go ahead and close it up, to leave that knee here, forward, not to lift it up towards the ceiling. Go ahead, just raise your leg up, without, and raise your foot up too, same time. And as high as you can go, with keeping the knee forward. You taking the knee up to the ceiling.
Oh,
So here,
parallel.
and
the other
flex.
way.
Yep, and then go on down. So you're gonna feel it more here, shall we?
Okay.
Okay? Same with you, if you can keep this like that, so the knee coming up. Okay? Come on. Yeah. I mean, taking the knee up is not like a problem. It's just a different thing than what we're trying to accomplish right now. Okay? So try to keep that knee more forward instead of trying to bring it up. Good. All right, let's do one more. And then take it up and leave it up. And again, that knee is pointed in the same direction as the bottom one. And so it's not up towards the ceiling, okay? And then extend your leg out. Like you're pushing through your heel. You're doing a karate kick. And it's straight this way towards the back of your mat for now. Yep, right here. And then bend it back in. So bend it and then send it straight out. Flex into your foot. There you go. Bend it, cover it, and then push it out like you're kicking something that's straight here. Yeah. Okay. Bend and press directly out. Yes, that's right. Okay. Good. And one more. All right. Go ahead and take yourself back into your position of that fetal, and then slide onto your bellies, you guys. We're gonna move onto our bellies, so remove your blanket and come to the top of your legs. Come to your forearms. And we are on our bellies and the top of our legs and the top of our feet. And we are in Sphinx pose, okay? And if you want to try to get your arms parallel, great. They don't have to be. It just takes a little more work to do that. It's up to you guys. Sphinx pose, right? Your feet, this is another thing you choose, can be hip distance. You can take a mat distance, or you can pull them all the way together, okay? Just be aware of where they are. That's the big thing about yoga. I'm gonna make a decision on where my body's gonna go because I'm aware of where my body is in space and what's good for me, right? Those are some of the key things to a yoga practice. Press your hands down, open those fingers. Press energy through your forearms. If you just stayed here and kept pressing isometrically into the mat, you're going to really strengthen your upper body because it's weight bearing right now, the more you press down especially. Go ahead and take your chin to your chest and just let it go. Let that heavy bowling ball head go. Shoulders pull way down, away from your ears. And then slowly lifting that chin back, not so that it's forward, it should be down and you're looking at your mat and you're looking at your hands. Then go ahead and take your chin towards one of your shoulders. Feel that in the side of your neck. Keep pressing downward with your hands and your forearms if you want to stay active and weight bearing on that, on the arms there. Good for us with bone loss. Go ahead and take your chin back down. And then slide it over to the other shoulder area. With some breaths, feeling your breath expanding into your mat. And taking a look on, back, down. Let's slide our hands out. Oh yeah. Keep your chest off the ground. Have your hands holding you up. We're gonna do a little bit more for the arms there, okay? So your arms are extended. You're pressing down into the mat. You feel that connection. And you slide a little more until your chest comes down, and tuck your chin and let your forehead, your third eye, come to the mat. Take a few breaths here. Be aware of your breath and how your breath is affecting your body. And feel that pressing and giving you that feedback with your mat now. Really making sure our chin's tucked so that cervical spine is nice and elongated. Keep pressing down with your arms into the ground. No pressure in the neck. You just got that slight touch of your third eye there. Begin to tighten your right leg. Pull in the muscle to the bone and then just lift it with a point. Inhale. Exhale it down. Lift your left leg, strengthen it, point, inhale. Exhale it down. And then repeat a few sets here. Going from one side to the other. Keep those chins tucked. Straight necks. Keep breathing, you guys. Strong legs, nice and straight. Even if you just lift an inch, that's fine. Okay. You're getting into the backside of your leg, strengthening your spine as well. And getting in touch with breath and movement. And keep doing that for a few more sets. Any of you that want to can lift both legs up. Again, no pressure on that third eye. If you're lifting both legs, remember, you can choose to have the feet together, hips distance, or as wide as your mat. Really good work for strengthening our spines. Either if you're working one leg at a time or both. Let's do two more. And resting legs down. Slide your hands right underneath your shoulders. Keep that chin tucked, third eye grounded. Bend those elbows like little cricket wings alongside your body here. Take some weight into your hands and lift your head off the mat And just open up by lifting a little bit of your chest, some of your torso off the ground into cobra. Exhale yourself down. Only come up just a little bit, an inch or two, or where your spine is aware that that feels good for you, okay? Good breath there, Shell. Do 4 more, you guys. Try to keep elbows close to your body to protect your joints. It's a different kind of a push-up, if you even want to call it a push-up, than you know, people do in the gyms and stuff. This is more of a chaturanga where you're keeping those elbows pulled in. Looks good, you guys. And when you're completed, send those hands back along the side of your legs, palms up, left ear to the ground. Let the shoulders round. Take some breaths here. Two more breaths where you really feel your belly pressing into the mat and the lower spine rising up. And then slowly take your head back, chin to chest, third eye down for 1 breath here. As you transition to right ear down, chin away from that right shoulder, or left shoulder, because the right ear's down. And let those shoulders release downward. Feel the difference in one side than the other. Just a nice little extra stretch into the neck here. Our own weight, allowing for that stretch to happen. And then slowly taking yourself back, third eye, straight, cervical spine, chin tuck. Take your left arm up towards the center of the circle, your right hand at your shoulder, okay? And come over onto the left side of your body now, and take yourself into fetal position. You guys thought I forgot about this side, but I didn't. And your arm can protect you, or your blanket, so that your neck can stay nice and straight here, okay? Keep your foot flexed. This top leg, you guys, is gonna look and mirror the bottom leg. So we're not lifting that knee and opening up into a rotated way, really into that hip. We're just lifting that leg up. Keep the foot flexed and let it come down on an exhale. Inhale, we lift up. It's a whole different thing, and it's okay when the knee does go up. But right now, we're focusing that energy on lifting that heavy leg just where it is up, and feel that in the glute and the hip, especially keep the foot flexed. Okay, let's do a few more of those. Breathing in as you lift and out. Let's do 2 more of those. And then lift and extend through your heel. Lengthen that top leg. Okay? Lengthen it towards the end of your mat. This way. There you go. Okay? And now bend it so that it was just like it was before. Yeah. and then extend like you're pressing out into a side martial arts kick. Yeah. And then, and inhale. Exhale through your heel outward. Use your breath, inhaling and exhale. 2 more, please. And place it down. And let's work our way up into seated where we're facing one another in the circle. And you can be on a blanket if you like. We're going to take our legs long. We're going to find our straps. Do a little more lengthening of the back of the legs. If you don't have straps, don't worry about it. Don't have to have them. You can use your arms. Straps are just there for an additional little lengthening. Okay. Guys doing okay? Yeah. All right. Really have stood up today, but and standing. So yeah, Kevin, you got it.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and open up those straps if you have them. If not, you're just going to keep your hands wherever they reach. Okay, you guys out there. That doesn't have to be a strap. It can be a leash. It can be a scarf. It can be a rope. It can be anything that can give you some extra length. Okay. But right now we're going to do this, and we're going to sit up nice and straight and tall. We've got long legs. We've got a long spine. We're going to do a little rowing. So we're going to pull our body just a little bit forward, not too far, okay? And then let yourself extend and come back. Find yourself in a place where you are connected and you can feel your core working still. Okay, from here, bend your arms so you're bringing yourself up and a little bit forward. Straight spine, good. And then let yourself come back. Inhale here, maybe. Exhale as you go forward, or you might feel like this feels better to inhale and this feels better to exhale. You guys decide. You might feel yourself coming a little more forward, but keeping that back straight. Once your legs let go a bit, you might feel yourself being able to come back a little bit more and challenge that core a little bit more. You guys work to where your body says yes. Okay. This is a little prep for our boat pose. Okay. And if boat pose is not in your repertoire today, this is where you'll come back to. Okay. Let's do 2 more. Core is so vital, so important for our everything, our pelvic floor, our balance. Good. And then sitting up here, we can take it just to one leg. Okay. And we're going to hold on. We're going to find that angle going back 1 foot. I should have said not one leg, but 1 foot. And then lift that leg up. Staying at an angle here. The leg lifted as high or low as is comfortable for you, but feeling into your core. Right? Don't fill it into the core. You might want to lean back a little bit more. Remember that strap's there to help you out. If you want, you can have one arm down. Okay. And then let's bring ourselves back up. And switch legs. Feet. Connection. And then when you're ready, if you're ready, come on back. So you feel yourself coming back on those sits bones more towards the back of those sits bones, right? Again, holding with, or going like this, and bringing yourself back up. You just did extra core work, Pam, okay? You really did. Find where your angle is, if you can balance there, because what bow pose is balancing. You can release one hand if you want. Otherwise, go ahead and lift yourself back up. All right, so you can repeat that, or you can try both feet, okay? I'm gonna take more for the core. So please, if you wanna try it, go back to the other, that's fine, all right? Now, you can do it like Kevin in the harder way, or you can bend your knees first, and then pick your feet up, and then extend into a bow pose, okay? Bend the knees, yeah, and then, yeah, there you go. It's just finding that balance on our sits bones. So you can do like Kevin and just still keep doing it the harder way.
Well, you don't have, I don't have the same kind of hips.
Bend your knees. You can do this. Take it into, you strap into one hand on one side and one hand on the other. Doesn't have the same kind of hips.
Well,
All
it's
right.
true.
I know it is true. And then come on back down. How did that feel, you guys?
Good.
Good, all right. So you can repeat it, okay, with the strap, or you can try to take one leg up, no strap, both hands forward. Feel that in your core, okay? And you'll feel it in your quad. Take that down. Use the strap if this is not appropriate, all right, you guys? I always give you those modifications and nobody wants to use them. And then put it down, or you can repeat that or hold here. Take your balance point and lift one leg or two at a time. Okay? Or taking hands away. There's so many options, you guys, okay? There you go. Yeah, basta. That's probably enough for that. Let's go ahead and come on to hands and knees. We're gonna stand for our bending. Tuck into your toes. Lift your knees off the ground and come into a down dog. And we're not staying here long. You're gonna walk your feet, bend knees up to the center of your mat on the outside part. Squat on down, let your heavy head hang. So feet are parallel on the edges of your mat. You're squatted down with a flat spine. Okay, go ahead and bring your feet parallel here. So put them on the mat. There you go. Walk your hands back, bend your knees. Bend your knees. Yep. Squatting more than we are into down dog. We're starting in down dog now with here. Okay. All right. From here, go ahead. One hand at a time to your thigh. Okay. And then go ahead and raise your body up slowly, coming up from being down on the ground. Bring your feet in. Find your parallel position. Find your mountain pose. And breathe. Let's do a few for energy exchange. Some arms, salutations. Raise your arms up, inhale. Exhale, hands come into Anjali Mudra at your heart space, bow down. Raise hands up, look as they go. Open up that flower. Exhale. Chin to chest as your hands come down. Rise on up, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center, chin to chest. Lift and look. Open that flower. Chin to chest. 2 more sets, you guys, your breath.
ending with our hands at our heart center. And here we come to honor each other's heart space. We honor the love and the joy that we each carry within this heart space. We honor the compassion and the peaceful tranquility that we carry in this heart space. In this heart space that leads our way and guides our path, so that we can come together with one another and join in harmony, heart to heart. Combine to yours. Thank you for being here. Namaste.
Namaste.